Hey everybody, Tiffany Avay Takes. On today's episode, 9 people dead and 78 others hospitalized after eating sea turtle meat on a remote African island. I feel like this take is going to go in a lot of directions because I want to hit on a lot of like subcategories to this particular story. First, let me just start by saying I am not that adventurous when it comes to food. I'm a creature of habit. I like to stick to stuff I know is good, and you know, I'm it gotta be the right situation for me to go out. Sea turtle? First of all, when I think about a turtle, nothing about how a turtle looks would ever make me want to eat it. One, now the turtle on this cover is very beautiful. But turtles be mad ashy. They're slow. Like, I know people don't really think about the characteristics of an animal when they eat them, but I just can't. Just like lobster, I've never looked at lobster and be like, "Oh, that looks amazing." Like I don't get it. Um, Chickens don't really look good, but chickens have been consumed for years. Like they got seniority. They grandfathered in. To be honest, I'm really over meat altogether. But I try to incorporate more healthy stuff and less of the you know uncertainty. But this would never been me because I ain't never eaten no turtle. Um, and another thing I want to talk about is how people judge you when you're traveling about the foods you want to try. This is my body, my choice. Okay, I feel like that phrase applies to a lot. If you want to go out there and explore and eat wild stuff, that's your business. Don't judge me and don't talk about me because I want to stick to what I know. And I really hate that. And that's happened to me on a few trips because I'll be like, oh, well, let's try X, Y. No, I'll be like, I want some X, Y, and Z. And people will be like, oh, well, I didn't come here just to have so and so. Okay, that's fine. You can go out and explore, and a lot of times what ends up happening is I don't force nobody to do nothing they don't want to do. So if you want to go out and explore, I'll go out and explore with you. I'm down to explore and I'm down to try new things, but I'm not gonna do that on an empty stomach. You feel me? And I'm not gonna try foreign foods on an empty stomach because I already know how I'm picky just with the stuff that I know I like. So that's not gonna work. And while they wait to go find someplace, because that's another thing, you have to spend time looking for something if you haven't prepped and done that before you came, which I am a planner. I'm gonna plan my trip. Yeah, it's a vacation, but I don't go into stuff without like just blind. I'm not doing it. Um, and what usually happens is when people feel like that, I will surely order Uber Eats, DoorDash, my guaranteed meal, and I eat. And I go with them to find whatever. And I'm not in a bad mood because I don't got what I like. Because if I don't get what I like, then I get a little grumpy. So I say that to say sea turtle meat would never happen to me. And that's another hesitation I have about. I'm big on travel. I love to travel. But sometimes these islands I get a little hesitant about because what y'all got over there. And when I do my research, sometimes it's unclear, you know? But yeah, I'm just not big on like just stuff like this. I'm not. And maybe it's to my detriment, but I feel like it's not because I've survived so far. But here's the story. On a remote African island, first of all, that right there, remote African island. Um, I don't, mm-mm. I don't like stuff. I don't like places where I can't get the stuff. And maybe I'll never end up on an island. I feel like I deserve to be on an island, But it's when I hear remote, no. And maybe all of them are remote. I don't know. I'm not that educated in that area, so forgive me. But let me finish. I just had to stop. On a remote African, but I do want to go to Africa. On a remote African island, 8 children and adult dead, while dozens were hospitalized after consuming sea turtle meat, a local delicacy, despite its well-known dangers. Ah! Wait a minute. Okay, well, see, this changes things. Like, well-known dangers? Like, is that displayed at the restaurant? I feel like if you gotta sign a waiver before you do something, eat something, especially, and whenever it's a well-known danger, there'd be like waivers there. So I'm never. Okay, I will go to the grave. Like I'll be fine. Like certain stuff you just don't need to do. You know, turtle. The incident occurred on Pemba Island. Lab tests confirmed the link between the illnesses and the consumption of turtle meat. This tragedy highlights the risk associated with consuming sea turtle meat, which can cause severe food poisoning, gastrointestinal, neurological, hepatic, and renal toxicity. First of all, that's every part of the body. Gastro, stomach. Neuro, brain. We can stop right there. Them other two, renal, I think that's rectum. I don't know, but I don't need to know because the first two told me everything I need to know. Like, what are y'all talking about? Why would y'all even want to eat this? Like, okay, I can't feel sorry for them. Sorry. No pun intended. That's my take.